Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you can hear the rain, it's raining outside. But today we're back in the creative world and we're working on a Tudor gatehouse for a Tudor architecture style palace. And we're building in the Brooklyn creative world. And right now I'm working on the walls. I haven't worked on this in years, I think, so I started this gatehouse years ago, as you can see, and today I built up, before I started recording, I built up the ground so it looks more natural, not just floating. But today we're going to try and do a lot with this gatehouse. So we're going to add in a floor here. But first we got to put in cobblestone, because actual Tudor palaces have a lot of cobblestone flooring in areas that aren't, where you should flex your money, because, wealthy people built these palaces. You're going to get sick of those transitions, but I love them. And it's nighttime, so we're working on torches. No, that's not the right interval. That's not the right interval. Yeah, I want to line it up with the buttresses. Yeah, you see there? There we go. That's better. And then, is the inside good? Now we're working on stairs. I cut a lot of this. This was a 42-minute video of me building, but I've cut it down to just the highlights here so you can experience the highlight reel. Now we're on top, above like the crossing area, to work on another floor. Or this is the crossing area, and then we're going to work on this floor and build it up, because these towers are supposed to be really tall, because that's how they usually are. They're like giant smokestacks, if you know what a smokestack chimney is. I'm using a lot of brick, obviously, because that's what they're traditionally made out of, Tudor Palace gatehouses. And so you see like the windows there, Now we're working on the front bay window, which is usually a highlight. So, people like Henry VIII or, the bishops could look out over their lands and whatnot. Right? Yeah. We're working on the arch here, and you can see I'm using sandstone, and it's because we don't have limestone in Minecraft. Like, I saw the update that's coming, we're getting cinnabar, and I'm like, we don't need mercury, we need limestone. Like, I'm happy we're getting geysers, because that's going to be fun, but we need limestone. So I'm trying to make like a vaulted ceiling here, well, a rib vaulted ceiling, which is brick, and then like a limestone, which creates the like ribs, and then the brick fills in the gaps. So I'm trying to mimic that here in sandstone and brick. And they usually have like these roundels at the joints, so I'm going to see how I do that. I have some ideas, but let's just get the ribs in and then fill it out with these brick slabs here. And then let's look up what blocks would be good for a roundel. I'm thinking like a flower roundel, but we can't do that in Minecraft because carved stone is not a thing, really. Maybe some terracotta, maybe yellow. Or I was thinking gold, like the block of raw gold. Maybe worst comes to worst, we just go with, raw sandstone, normal sandstone. Yeah, let's do that. I'm placing in my inventory. It's a bit of a mess. There we go. Okay, does that look good? Yeah, that looks good for me. What else do we need? Let's bring out the torch. Oh, excuse me. Now we're back here. So we got the back and front arches done. Now let's try to work on the main room, because like these gatehouses have these rooms with the bay window, so you can look out over your lands and whatnot. And I'm thinking cut sandstone blocks for the bay window, yeah, like this, and we go in and we create the pillars and the frame of it. It kind of looks like a lantern sometimes. I decided not to do full blocks instead. I'm changing it to sandstone walls. I feel like that could be better to mimic the way how thin those window lantern things are, those bay windows. Yeah. Alright, I think that looks better. Let's come back later and look at it again, like another day, because it kind of looks weird. But now we're working on the towers, because we got to raise them up above. and make them higher than this. We gotta fill out this room. We gotta put in 2 more floors on the towers. There's a lot of brick placing happening, a lot of brick placing. So now we gotta like make this wall and whatnot. And work on the crenellations up here on this tower. I gotta build the other one, but let's figure this out. I'm using full brick blocks, thinking that will look good. But we'll see. Let's bring back this brick slabs. This interval for the crenellations up here is not ideal, but let's see what we can do in a sec. And I think that can work for now. Let's bring back the stairs, put them on top to make it a little bit higher. Bring the height in, you know, make them a bit higher so that people can hide behind them and protect themselves from arrows and whatnot. Does that look I don't know. So I just decided to change my mind. Let's just keep it low and do this interval here with the bricks and the slabs. You know, at least this looks good. Like, I'm happy with the interval on this. But let's fill it in with the wood. I'm using jungle wood because it feels like, to me, it looks older, like older oak wood, you know? It looks like older, more worn down oak wood instead of using bright oak wood. Because that contrast with the brick is just too much. Like, jungle wood has a bit more red to it. Now let's move that window up. Like, that does not look right. There's a lot of brick. It's very heavy on the top and it's a one wide window, so it's not supposed to be like that. And let's bring the torches and put it back up here for the night, because that's going to be coming, you know. The night is dark and full of terrors. But let's go in here. See, it's already dark and full of terrors. Yeah. So let's put some torches in, and then how are we going to do the stairs? We gotta go down. Okay, so there's another flight. Now I'm working on the other tower. I put in the stairs in the other one, but I'm working on this one to raise it up because I completely forgot to do 2 whole floors. And we're working on the window there, bringing up the walls. Gotta raise it up. Put the torch there. And see how much I missed out on? Yeah. So there's the other staircase in this tower. Oh, messed up there. Let's raise it up a little bit more. There we go. I'm gonna leave that that box window in the back, and so I know what to do with it, or if I need to put in a window on the other side, because I think sometimes these Tudor gatehouses have a clock on the inside, which, like, for Tudor times in the 1600s and 1500s, like, that was a flex of wealth, because clocks, like, I think the oldest clock is like in Salzburg Cathedral or something. I'm not sure. But, like, it's a flex of wealth. Like, the gears, the maintenance, all that, you know, to keep it running is a lot of work. So this is what we're looking at so far. I think I need to lower the middle part down so the towers seem higher. So let me just undo all this work I did. Yeah, no. Let's destroy it. Yeah. Alright, it looks a lot better already from the top. Alright, now let's go back to this other tower and raise it up more so we can actually get it even. It already looks better with the height difference there. Let's put in some crenellations, and then what are we going to do next? We got some walls in, a little bit of walls to raise it up. And let's put in the floor so people can actually walk here. Because we can do that. And as we raise up the floor and the walls, you know. I'm taking a lot of inspiration for this palace and these towers from St. James Palace and Hampton Court Palace. Like, I'm having a mind's eye image. I'm not actually looking at any references right now. I will later on in this project, since this is only the beginning of it, it's just the walls and the gatehouse, I will need to look at a plan, because Tudor palaces are massive. Like, they are sprawling creatures. It's a whole ecosystem just to make the palace and the court machine of Tudor England work, you know, because there's the Great Hall, there's the chapel, there's like 3 courtyards that are massive, and then there's the gardens, and of course the kitchens are expansive, like you have so many kitchen rooms with these giant fireplaces to cook meats and whatnot because of just the amount of food you need to cook. Like, you have to have like a bakery inside, you need a butcher, you need a whole, like, you know, you need a sewing workshop, you need, what was the dairy department, or you need a whole dairy department, you need a produce department. If you're seafood, you need a whole room just for that, how to prep seafood. Then you need a whole place to store everything, like all the actual silverware and all that. I don't know if they had silverware or china like that far back, but I know they had plates and stuff. You know, like, how else are they gonna serve food? Okay, let's put some torches in. I'm not sure about that torch placement, to be honest with you. Ooh, gunpowder. Oh yeah, this is the creeper I killed earlier. Okay, so let's go back through here, put a torch there, get rid of that one, because that's how it is on the other side. You come back down here, there's torches, so that's good. And then here's the wall portion, because the walls you should be able to walk across. And as you can see, there's like dark inside. I want that to be like a secret tunnel throughout the whole palace, you know. So it's looking okay from the back. Let's go back up top and finish the crenellations. Let's get rid of these slabs because I have an idea. You know, how about we do that? Does that look okay? Let's do it on the other side. Maybe, like, I'm thinking this could work. I really think this could work. No. How about we turn them around? You know? Like, you know, like that Wizard of Oz trend they did a few years ago. You know, Madame Marble, flipping around, Wicked Witch. Anyway, let's put these here on either side. Fill out these slabs. I guess I forgot the slabs here. Stair, slab, 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 slab. And I think that looks good. Yeah. I'm happy with that. So far it looks okay. It's decent. We might have to raise up the towers a little bit more to make it look right. And I'm not sure about the actual gate, you know. But as I said before, I'm taking a lot of inspiration from St. James and Hampton Court Palaces. I think I'll probably be looking at St. James's more because most of it survives. It's just been like updated. Let's put some torches up here to keep the mobs away. And then making sure these, like, in here is fine. Let's put a stair so you can actually see out the window. And let's go down, because you have to go down and across to get to the other tower. Yeah, like through the lodging area. Oh, missed the stair, fell down the stairs. Alright, let's put it there. And then another torch to keep out the monsters, because the night is dark and full of terrors. Oh. Nope, now it's not block. That needs to be full block. And a torch. Yeah. No, okay. That's a fire hazard, but oh well. Let's get rid of these bricks here. And let's just get rid of all of them instead of like a little divot. Because, like, realistically, if we're keeping it this high, they're going to need to run across to, you know, protect the palace like this. Whee! You gotta run across the tower so you can keep going like that. Alrighty. Okay, so this is what it looks like at night. I think it looks okay. Let's get the bed out so we know what it looks like in the daytime. So let's slap the bed down and take a night's rest. Sleeping through the night. Indeed. Indubitably. Alright, it's daytime. Let's get rid of the bed. Keep that one just in case. And I fall down, but I fly. Alright, this is what it looks like so far with the sun rising behind it. I think it looks pretty okay. And yeah, I think that's all. I think it looks pretty good. We're going to be working on it a little bit more. I'll probably come back later and change a few things. And yeah, like that brick needs to be the same level on the other side because the doorway isn't right. And they're going to leave that little gap open. But let's put in the glass. Yeah, before I forget to do that. Because I've started using like walls, like to create thinner walls, like actual walls as walls. I know, crazy, instead of blocks. And using glass, like glass paints, it really helps. Alright, that's the end of the video, so like and subscribe. Bye-bye.